All right, welcome to the session today, everybody. Today we are looking at how to achieve high profit in business through the law of concentration. How to achieve high profit in business through the law of concentration. This is one of those sessions that the lesson that you need to pick and go implement to execute your business is very straight, but yet very tactical. And it is very, very feasible if you understand how I will give the explanation. So, if you run a business and you have been doing everything to really be profitable in a practical way, maybe this is one of those principles or strategies in business that you can use to take your business to the next level in terms of profitability. According to the principle or the law of concentration, when it comes to running a profitable business, the law states that market success comes from concentrating single-mindedly on selling to those customers you have segmented as being the ones who are most benefit immediately from the unique product or service features you offer in your area of specialization. So this principle talks about there is a certain level of market success that only comes when you run a business, or as a business person, you concentrate single-mindedly on selling to those customers in a particular segment as being the ones who can most benefit immediately from the unique product or service features you offer in your area of specialization. So you don't run, or you don't have those products that you sell anyhow. No, you are very committed. You concentrate with a single mind to sell particular products to particular customers, but for one reason, because you know that this particular group of people are the ones who can most benefit from that particular product or service. Now, let's take an example. There is Bernice here who runs a mobile clinic as part of her health foundation programs. So she can decide that the mobile clinic service will only be for people in the upper class, busy working professionals and business people in the upper class. And she single-mindedly focuses on providing services to these people to the extent that she can decide the quarters where she works with patients. So she can segment and say, okay, from today, if we don't have patients who call us on Bonamosadi, who call us on Bonapriso, Bonanjo, Aqua, which other claimed rich quarter is in Douala? She now selects. So anytime if she receives a call that is outside these quarters, she doesn't go. Or she even go to the extent that when she receives a call from mobile clinic, she asks you a couple of questions. Where do you live? What do you do? Or where do you work? So that these three questions, when answered, she can determine if you are the customer that she is dedicating her business and features to solve. That is where the law of concentration comes in. But she can only be that bold to make that kind of decision when she is sure that those people in that particular class really, really are the most customers to benefit the best from her features or unique products. For example, also, I have some of my consulting packages. I have some of my teaching frameworks or training frameworks that I don't just train anyhow. I know who I train to. I have some books I have written that they are not published in public. I sell them as part of my coaching package because it's not for everybody. It's for a particular group of people because I know it is going to benefit them the most. And even if the price is high, they still pay for it without even arguing because they understand that they are going to benefit the most from this product. That is what the law of concentration talks about. So for you to survive, you need to look at which among my products, among my services, which are the most powerful, which one is the most powerful, which one will benefit this particular group of people the most. Which does the product have unique features that if I begin to market or promote to a particular class of people, will they see the need and the desire to be part of it? This goes same to professionals. This goes same to professionals. Let's take, for example, somebody like Glory, who is an MC, right? She can decide that if an event is not a corporate event, she's not going to hold the mic. I mean, I know MCs like that. I know, like, for example, Miss P. She doesn't just hold a mic for any kind of event. If you want her to MC your wedding, you must be of certain class, right? Yesterday, I saw a screenshot of Daphne, the popular musician, posted that if it is not 8 figures, don't call her, right? If you're calling her to perform an event, and if the event, you are not paying her from 8 figures and above, do not call her. That is the law of concentration that she's putting into place. Now, if she's able to push her marketing, push her positioning, push her PR, public relations in a good way, and get more high-paying clients, now you're going to see how she's going to do minimal effort, but getting maximum profitability, because if she performs in 2 events, she can maybe make 10, 15 million or 20 million francs. But if she is not practicing the law of concentration, she is possible that she can perform in 5, 10 events and make just 5 million francs. But now she must be good. She must have a good brand name. She must have a good personality that gives her the right and the privilege and the audacity to say that if you don't pay a million francs and above, or 8 figures and above, do not call me to perform at any of your shows or events. That is why the law of concentration says that, please follow this if you run a business. Right? The law of concentration says that the best high profit strategy is to dominate a specific market. Now, the word dominate is very important. The best high profit strategy is to dominate a specific market niche with the best product available for those customers in that niche. So there are key things in that statement. The best high profit strategy is to what? Dominate. Dominate talks about massive marketing. If you have chosen a particular market niche, you must make sure that you are carrying out excellent marketing. Good marketing. You have excellent marketing materials. You are designing excellent marketing messages. You are using the right marketing channels, and you're making sure that the message is getting to the target market in an excellent manner. That's what it means to dominate. You don't just choose a market and know your market just on your status, or you're lazing around. You are not massively dedicated in ensuring that the people that you are targeting, mainly because you have chosen a single-minded strategy, you make sure that everybody in that niche is talking about you and your product. The best high profit strategy is to dominate. It means you cannot be lazy in your marketing efforts. You cannot be lazy in your sales efforts. You cannot be lazy in your distribution efforts. But you must dominate a specific market niche. With what? With the best product available. So for you to put in play the law of concentration in achieving profitability in your business, you must not bring your products in the market. You must not do it. Like Daphne said, okay, you know what? If it's not 8 figures, don't call me to perform. So she should have good songs. She should produce hit singles, produce songs that when you release, every beer parlor wants to play it. Every radio station, every television station, every party in the country, they desire to hit your song in their playing instruments, in their playing equipment. That is her responsibility, because she cannot make that noise when she does not have excellent products. Then the particular market niche that she desires to price at 8 figures and above, they will not pay her for her services. It's the same like there are some products that I sell to a particular market niche. That is why I need to make sure that the quality of the content, the training framework, the delivery, everything must be top class, so that they see why they're paying that particular amount of money. That goes same for all of you. It goes same for all of you. So remember this, the best high profit strategy is to do what? Number one, dominate a specific market. Make sure nobody can ignore you. Your marketing should be excellent. If you are doing talks, do excellent talks. If you are doing presentations, do presentations. If you are doing flyers, make sure they are well designed and they are well printed. Make sure you share them the right way. Every house, every office, every human being you see, you have your flyers. If you are doing social media, make sure you're doing it right. Your content is created right. The copywriting is good. The flyer for the social media is perfect. The social media manager on Play is good. Just make sure that the marketing efforts are dominant effort. That's why skills in this place are very important. You cannot be dominant in marketing and sales when you don't have the right skills to push for that kind of dominance. Then choose a specific market segment or niche. Make sure you have done proper research and you are sure that this market is my perfect market for it. And then make sure that you do what you have excellent, it says, and make sure you're serving that market with the best product available. The word best is very specific and it's very clear. Don't take mediocre products to serve a particular market. Concentration on high profit segments with high profit products and services gives the highest return on sales, return on investment, and return on equity. Concentration on high profit market segment. So yeah, the market segment you're targeting, you know that is a high profit market segment. You know that people in that segment have money to buy, in simple terms. Their income level authorize them to pay for your services. Don't price with pride and arrogance. Meanwhile, the people you are pricing towards are poor people. They will not pay. They don't have the money. So it's not a high profit market segment. So if you're targeting people in a particular working class, in a particular quarter, because you know it's a rich quarter or quarter for the wealthy people, okay, make sure that you're right in those decisions. High profit products, make sure that those products are high profit products. What does that mean? Maybe the products that you produce with limited expenses or limited cost of production, or there's a smaller cost of production with high profit margin. The cost of producing is maybe 10,000 francs, but you finally can sell it for 20,000 francs or 30,000 francs, but the cost is smaller, but the selling price is higher. It gives you a high profit products and services, and that is the only way you get the highest return on sales. And make sure that the market acceptability and market desirability is there. Make sure that that product is so excellent, it is so fulfilling a need that people would desire to buy it. There will be high market acceptability. Stop expecting high profit from a product that it is not highly accepted by the market. If you are getting some strategies to scale your business and career, indicate in the chat box that you are getting some value. If the value is unique, indicate, let me see. And to also confirm that you are not sleeping, because it's 4 a.m., 4 a.m. Okay, while you're doing that, good, I see you. I see you. Only Marion is not sleeping. Okay, let's proceed. The most profitable companies are those companies selling high profit products in high profit markets. Do you guys know why Apple is one of the most, no, I think it's the most valuable company now in the world? Yes, I said a few months ago, it was valued at $2 trillion. Apple is recognized as the most valuable company in the world. The question is, are Apple products cheap? Can anybody have an iPhone? No matter how much you love it, not everybody has it, right? Apple uses the principle, the concept of the law of concentration very powerfully. They are very dangerous at using that particular law. Very, very dangerous. That's why even though their laptops are expensive, their phones are expensive, they are still recognized as the most valuable company in the world. And they still experience a lot of high sales. As I always say, Apple was not made for Africa. Apple was not made for developing countries. We are just benefiting from the ripple effect. It was not made for us. It was made for developed nations. That's why if you look at, before now, we don't yet have, as a nation, we don't have an authorized Apple store opened by Apple in Cameroon because we are not their market. Do you know that? Except in Africa, just few nations have it. Gabon is not there. Sometimes somebody here, we have managed to have some authorized shop dealers, third-party authorized shop dealers. Sometimes nations like Gabon and Chad, when their Apple phones are bad, they leave and come because only a few shops in Cameroon are really authorized to repair Apple phones. In those days, when your Apple phone has an issue, you must look for somebody going back to America. You send the phone to America before they rectify it there and bring it back to you. Apple is very specific at who they are targeting. The most profitable companies, the most profitable professionals are those selling high profit products or service with high profit margins. They focus on dominating their markets and continually seeking ways to innovate and do what? And improve their offerings. That's the assignment for you. You cannot desire to charge high prices. You cannot desire to have high profits, but you are not focusing on doing what? On dominating your market. Apple does not joke with their marketing. Apple does not joke with their marketing material. Apple does not joke when it comes to recruiting the best employees to work with them. Apple does not joke with any other activity that can project them as the best company with the best excellent products. And that's why they consistently innovate and improve their offerings. Every year, there's a new Apple product, a new Apple phone with improved features, improved quality. Examine your entire range of product and service offerings. Examine it. Look at what you're offering to the market. What are you offering to the market as a business? The most expensive and which are the most profitable? And most importantly, which of them can your target market afford to buy? And you will still be selling at a high price and still remain profitable, but sales still be good. Which of them can you intensively market, like intensively market, dominant marketing, and experience good sales? That's why you need to ask yourself, how could you sell more of your highest profit products and services? You need to look for more ways that you can sell more of your highest profitable products. That's why I talk about dominant marketing actions, dominant sales actions, dominant positioning strategies. Go to the drawing board, get a pen and a paper, analyze your business, break down your business inside out. Analyze each of your products and services to determine exactly how much they cost you to produce, sell, and service. I always say this, hear me carefully. If you are doing anything, listen carefully. If you run a business or you are a professional and anything you do, you don't know the cost. You don't know the cost of delivering that thing. You're a very immature business person. Like, for example, me, if I'm going to speak in an event out of town, I need to know how much it costs me to speak at that event. So I need to calculate the cost of transportation, my hotel, my feeding, my airtime, any other cost. So I need to know this is how much it costs me to finally speak for 1 hour or for 2 hours so I can get paid. If you run a restaurant, If one flask of food can produce 10 plates, what is the cost of getting ready a flask of food? So you need to calculate every cost, from the cost of transport to the market, from the cost of firewood to the cost, and even calculate your time, the cost of your time in cooking it. So for you to put the law of concentration in place to experience high profit, you need to analyze each of your products and services to determine exactly how much they cost for you to produce that. So it's good to know the production cost. That's why when you're talking to an investor that has sense, they will ask you, if you're selling a phone, for example, they'll ask you, what is the cost of producing 1 unit of that phone? What is the cost of producing 10 units of that phone? Number two, you need to know the selling cost. How much does it cost you to sell? Now we're looking at the cost of marketing, the PR cost, any cost that you go through before you actually sell that product, distribution cost. So if I ask you, let's say that let's say Melvis example. For Mavis to finally make a sale and deliver a financial service, so what is the selling cost of you selling your service of business registration, for example? Okay, the selling cost involves that maybe you will need to pay transport to go to the customer's location, to talk to the customer, advise the customer, and push the customer to make this deal of paying you to register her company or his company. The cost you incur at that time is your selling cost. The airtime that you go through to call is a part of your selling cost. You need to always know, how much does it cost me averagely to finally make sales or a service? Then after that, you need to determine exactly how much net profit you realize from the sale of each item. You are a very struggling businessman, an immature business person, if you don't know exactly how much net profit you realize from selling each item. You run a restaurant, you're good at it. How much profit do you make from selling 1 plate of katikati, 1 plate of watafu and arrow? If a plate costs 1,000 francs, how much is net profit on that plate? Is it 250? Is it 300? Is it this? It's very important. When we're organizing a training, we are pushing a training out, I have already calculated, okay, this is how much it cost me to design the training. This is how much it's going to cost us to market the training, right? And then we already know, okay, for each training we're doing, if one person buys a training spot, this is the net profit. The rest goes to cover the cost of producing the training, the cost of the flyers, the cost of printing, the cost of paying for the hall, etc. It's very important to be good at this. And you need to ask yourself this important question as a business person. Which of your products or services represents a lot of economic activity but yield low net profit? There are some things that you do in your business that requires a lot of activities, but the profit is very low. The profit margin is very low. The net profit is very, very low. It could be like food, for example. Somebody can say, oh, you know what? It takes a lot of activity, a lot of hard work and extra cost to make ekwang, or to make watafu and arrow, or to make achu, for example. But you know, this achu, they so, you know, for this country, they know if you say achu more than 5,000 for 1 plate, for example. So you're going through a lot of economic activity to produce a product that has low net profit. So you're gonna, if you keep that particular product, it will only be that, okay, you know what, let me keep this product because there are some specific customers that it brings them closer because we have this variety. So sometimes we keep a low net profit product for other reasons, not just not just because of money profitability reasons. So the charge for you is for you to understand that. It's very important. And as I said earlier, The most profitable companies are those companies selling high profit products in high profit margins, right? So, and we also indicated, and I emphasized that it is critical that you should focus on dominating your market continually and seek ways to innovate and improve that particular product. Now, I want to share with us 9 techniques to push for high profit in your business. 9 techniques. If you are practicing the law of concentration, okay, there are some 9 techniques that I always recommend clients. And some of these techniques, sometimes I just give 1, 2, depending on the client I'm talking to and depending on the issue they're talking about when it comes to the things of profitability. Okay, so these are, as I share them, you can pick 1 or 2, 3, or even why not all, and see how you can put them in your business. So look at your business critically as I talk about this. Number 1, elevate your brand and increase the perceived value of your product. Elevate your brand. Let's talk about the dominant factors. Take the brand of your business to another level. You can do some brand actions, for example. You can maybe go to photo studio, you can repaint the office, you can move the office to a different quarter. Just do anything that will improve the perceived value of your business. You can find a way. You can decide, okay, your staff are going to dress in a particular way and train them to talk in a particular way. You can say, okay, you know what? No pigeon in this office, just good grammar, for example, right? But you do some changes that can improve the perceived value of what you are selling. You're a professional, look at the things you can, maybe you can start maintaining a particular dressing standard in your outfits. Maybe you can start sharing just particular kind of pictures. Maybe you can start going to just some particular events. Maybe you can start mingling with some particular people. What it do in all, look at you right now. Look at where you are right now, the business person. How can you elevate your brand? How can you increase the perceived value towards your product and you? Number 1, it now gives you the right and the audacity to even increase your price. Don't expect to increase your price so you experience high profit when you have a weak brand. Your brand is down there. Your brand is like short people, very down to earth people, right? No one's gonna buy anything from you. Number 2, improve inventory visibility and management. Very important, very, very important. Improve on your inventory management. You cannot expect to experience high profit when you are terrible at managing your stock. You run a restaurant, you buy food, you don't preserve it well in the fridge or somewhere, and then it gets bad tomorrow. Then you now take money again, which was supposed to be your profit. You're buying the same thing you bought, which was bad yesterday because of carelessness. Practice proper inventory management. Or somebody like Joshua who runs an agribusiness, you now go and buy insecticide, you now go and buy stuff, and you don't intentionally manage it well. Or during the transportation, just give to 1 year Okada man, say, go keep them from our store. You're not even there. He now goes and drop it anywhere. Somebody now steals it, or it gets bad. You're not managing your inventory well. That's how you're losing money. You will not have high profits. Or you now take something that is precious, you now keep it, and then rain falls on it, and then you say, oh, I know we know the rain go fall. Are you God? You know that you're in March. So always take actions to prevent some things from happening. Prevent some stuff. That's what is called proper inventory management. Anticipate, be proactive around your inventory. Don't assume, oh, I know we know the rain go fall. Oh, I didn't know that they will steal it. Are you a thief in the quarter that you know when they steal and when they don't steal? Be proactive and prevent some things. Next, I was talking about what improve your inventory visibility. In other words, when you're selling things, make sure people know that you're selling them. Position them where people can see when they're passing, if that's the kind of business you run. If it's online, improve your Google search. If they type that kind of thing on the internet, can they see you? Improve the kind of pictures you post on your business page. Improve the kind of pictures you post on your status. Improve, but just see how you can improve better ways that people can get to see you. That's a second way that you can push for high profit in your business. The third way is streamline your operations and reduce operating expenses. Yes, streamline your operations. Find a way to reduce operating expenses. There are many of you losing money because you get to spend a lot of money on operating expenses. Like I'll show you guys one time. Sometimes, if it except it's very necessary, I can have a client in Bonaberry and I'm in Bonaberry, and we do a call. We do a Zoom call and talk about what we want to talk about. Why should I be paying transport and wasting time and coming to see you when it's something we can talk on a Zoom chat or on a WhatsApp call? That is streamlining operations and minimizing expenses. So you just move anyhow and they just call you, and then you go and discuss. At the end, the person doesn't even buy. You have wasted profit, you have wasted money, you have wasted time, and you are losing profit by doing that. So learn, be very technical. Make sure that if you are moving, you are using money on transportation, it is worth it. So they say, oh, Joybert, I went to speak in an event. Can we talk? Let's talk on phone now. How about? There are some events that before I go there, you must have paid at least 60% of the money. We now know that, okay, at least you are worth investing some of expenses in it. Streamline it. Streamline your operations. Look at your operating expenses. What can you kick out? What can you eliminate? What can you merge? What can you automate? What can you use technology and reduce the cost of operating? But look at all your operations. Look at what you can automate, what you can keep, what you can even stop doing actually, totally, because it's taking you money and it's not profitable. Maybe which staff can you even sack and recruit a staff that can do two things, right? It's going to cost unemployment, yes, but it's going to make it profitable. You're not the government to bother about unemployment. You see, and that's how some business people think, right? So you need to be very creative at how you manage your operations, learn to streamline them and be effective as much as possible. And in this dispensation, learn how to use technology. Learn how to use technology to streamline your operations and reduce operating expenses. The next point is increase your average order value. Increase your average order value. What does that mean? Learn how to upsell and cross-sell to your market. Learn how to upsell and cross-sell to your target market or to your customers buying from you already. Let me give you examples. Let's take somebody who runs a restaurant like Nelly. I come to eat in Nelly's restaurant, and Nelly now says, I now order for water fufu and arrow. Right? She gives me the phone. That's what I wanted to buy. Now I'm ready to pay for that. Now, for Nelly to upsell to me, Nelly can decide and say, oh, you know, there is this particular additional ingredients. I don't know what, maybe it's a smaller dish, right? Or let's say, okay, let's take achu, for example, is better. You go and buy normal achu, they give you the achu and they give you the kanda and all of those things. Then they now need to observe and say, okay, you know what? Achu also goes a lot with vegetables, or it goes a lot with garden egg, right? And a bowl of garden egg costs extra 200 francs. I will encourage you to try it. That is how upselling to the customer. And now she has started doing natural juice. And even the customer did not order for natural juice, she can now cross-sell that direction. Oh, we now have natural juice. And when you're eating a chew, I will strictly recommend that you take carrot juice. You get the point? She's upselling. So because you're always looking for better ways that the customer can spend more money on you. Right? Now let's say someone like Abigail. Abigail now gets a client who asks her to clean the office. Okay, she can, from clean the office, she can upsell to Abigail. So we also clean houses. It seems to be a very busy man. Can we start cleaning your house too? And when I say, oh, she can say, oh, you know what? Maybe you have an elderly parent, an elderly mom, and you know, it's very, maybe she doesn't have somebody living with her. We can also take care of her premises and clean her premises for you. That's cross-selling. You get a point. So you're always looking for better ways to propose an offering, a valuable offering to that particular client that you're working with. Next, ask for discounts from your vendors. Ask for discounts from your vendors. Yes, it can increase your profit too. Can push your profit. Let's say that's why it's good to have a good relationship with your vendors, right? So you can, let's say like restaurant people again. So you're always buying corn, you're always buying arrow, whatever that you're buying for a particular person. Oh, you're always asking for discount. They say 1,000. You know, I'm just buying from you now. From today, sell at 1,500 instead of 2,000. Sell at 3,000 instead of this. Right? If you are buying in good quantity, learn how to ask for discount and learn to talk to more people who can sell to you on discount. Don't just buy one person. That will move around, get more suppliers, and get the best discount options for your business. You're going to spend less, you get more products, you now push your profits to another level. Next, increase your prices. Yeah, you can push your profit higher by increasing your prices. When you raise your prices, it helps you to make more money for each sale. But you only increase your prices when you have a strong brand, you are perceived the right way, you have the right product, and most importantly, your marketing is up to date. Then you have the audacity to increase your prices. Next, if you must discount your prices, be smart about it. Yes, you can give out discount yourself so that you can sell in more quantities, right? Yes, if you can take a higher profit product, okay, you know what, from today, for every product you buy from us, you're going to get 20% off. When you do that, you need to make sure that you market that discount offer massively. Let more people in your market segment see that you have this to offer. But do the discount offer in an intelligent way that gives you profit. So that you now target, okay, you know what? If 100 people buy this, you're going to make sales of this and you're going to have this kind of massive profit. So give discount and calculate well to be sure that, okay, with this discount, if we make just 100 units of sales, we are going to be this profitable instead of not giving discount and selling just 10 units and making this particular profit. So you must make sure that the discount is going to give you more profit if you get more sales. But give out discount, be smart, make sure it is profitable discount. Next, point number 8, inspire your staff to do more. Yes, that's a good way to improve profit. Don't know. Inspire your staff to do more. Set challenges, give them bonuses, promise best staff of the month, promise vacation if possible, promise car gift if you can, but do something, coach them, teach them, mentor them, encourage them, be a friend, be a coach, don't be a tyrant, but do whatever that you can do that can push the staff to put extra effort in marketing, push the staff to put extra effort in customer acquisition, push the staff to do overtime and not expect anything because of they love what they're doing. Push the staff to go the extra mile for the business. Do something that can push the staff to work on Sunday for the sake of the business because they love the business, they love the vision, and they love you as a supervisor. But do something that can inspire. The word inspire is very critical. They should not do it out of fear. When somebody operates from the place of inspiration, their dedication is dangerous. They can go the extra mile. But from the place of fear, they will do it for eye service and they will not do it excellently. And it can cause a challenging relationship with their customers. But focus on inspiration. Inspiration. Train them. Coach them, bring an expert to do that. Take them out if you can, buy them gifts if you can. Do something that can see that they're loved, they're cherished, and the work that they do in the business is very, very critical. Anybody who operates from the place of inspiration is very dangerous. They can move heaven and earth for that business. They can move heaven and earth to satisfy clients. They can move heaven and earth to acquire customers. Very powerful. And then lastly, identify and eliminate waste. You cannot experience high profit when there's waste everywhere around you. Identify and eliminate waste. What are you wasting around you? Maybe you're wasting time. You waste time on unnecessary things. You waste water. You waste electricity. You waste you waste products. What are you wasting? Look around you. You don't profit, because in business, anything that is negative affects your profit. Unnecessary expenses affects your profit. Unnecessary operations affects your profit. Unnecessary whatever affects. You ask the staff, don't always ask that if nobody, the last person in the hall, always off the AC. That is waste. The AC is there and nobody's sitting there. Prevent that waste. Avoid keeping customers waiting. I always tell them, serve customers fast. The more customers you serve, the more money you make. Avoid wasting time, avoid wasting energy, avoid wasting water, avoid wasting anything, resources. That's why companies frown when you take companies' car, companies' resources for your private use. You can be terminated immediately. That is waste. You're wasting the petrol, and at the end, the company will buy petrol and refill the tank for official activities. That is waste. Identify and eliminate. Look at your business. Any staff that is bringing in waste, if they cannot repent, sack the person. Tell them that I said so. They're killing your profit as a person. So those are 9 ways that you can push profit in your startup, your business to not that level. So use the law of concentration and be able to push your profit. Remember, the most profitable companies or startups or professionals are those companies and startups selling high profit products in a high profit market, and they focus on dominating their market with the right marketing effort, branding effort, and they always continually seek ways to innovate and improve their offerings so they can upsell and cross-sell to their various customers. When you do this and do this right, I can guarantee you, you will take your business profits to another level. All right, entrepreneurs and executives and professionals, that is it for today. And I hope you picked out some lessons for immediate implementation in your business immediately after this session. Today, implement today. Don't procrastinate. As I keep telling you guys, stop being chief procrastination officers and start being chief execution officers, the real ones, not the Facebook ones. All right, guys, one question and I'm good to go.